Our very first live webinar, we like to welcome everybody from coast to coast all over Canada and in the United States. We welcome Edmonton, Vancouver, Red Deer, Lloydminster, Fort McMurray, Toronto, Ottawa, and all parts in between. We'd like to welcome people from the United States. We have guests from San Diego here tonight, Minneapolis, Ohio. We welcome them and everyone else in between in the United States and Canada. Thank you for joining our live webinar. My name is Njoi Santarosa, and I will be your host tonight. I am the development's senior partner, and I'll be talking in detail about our development here in Honduras and a special place that is called Trujillo, Honduras. It's going to take you some time to learn how to say it and pronounce it, but it's Trujillo. That's Trujillo. Our website is www.njoytrujillo.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be hosting this first live seminar. I'm going to be recording this seminar. So if anyone has any questions or you want to watch this over again in your own time, or if you want to pass this seminar over to your friends and family, by all means, you'll be getting a copy by email. If you have any questions throughout the live webinar tonight, you can just send your questions. If you type on the tab questions, and you can just type them in there. And I'm sure that you can now hear me. So let's start the webinar. I want to give you a little bit of feedback on who we are as developers. We are from Toronto, Ontario. My name is Njoi Santarosa, as mentioned. My wife, Christina Santarosa, is part of the project. And our partners who started this whole thing off 7 years ago back in Trujillo, our partners, Paul and Lucia Todos. And we welcome them tonight, too. I'm sure they're tuning in from their own location. I know Lucia is in Trujillo right now, showcasing the properties to our clients. So I want to let you know how we got started in Trujillo. 7 years ago, Paul and Lucia came to Honduras after investing in Costa Rica for quite some time. And they just figured that this place would be the newest hotspot, and they figured correctly. Honduras is an up-and-coming destination. They just opened up a $40 million Canadian cruise ship terminal in Trujillo, and it's called the Banana Coast Cruise Ship Terminal. It is now open, and it was opened about 4 weeks ago, and you can find the first cruise ship on USA Today, the travel section. If you type in Banana Coast Trujillo, you can read the article there. In November, Holland America arrives, and in October, the Norwegian Jewel. So it's all just beginning in this beautiful place, Trujillo, Honduras. And how we found out about it, of course, was our partners. The very first time we ended up in Trujillo was on a cruise ship, and that was in Roatan, Honduras. And we fell in love with this place automatically, and then decided to check out Trujillo and fell in love with Trujillo, and here we are today. So again, if you have any questions, fire away. As I go throughout the seminar, I will be answering your questions throughout. Here we go. Let's start. So who we are. We are Canadian developers, okay? And we are a debt-free company. We own 2 properties there. We own the Njoi Trujillo Beach Residences, and that consists of 47 acres in total with a 250-meter beach property. And our first 2 phases are just about sold out. We only have 1 lot left there, and I'll be talking more about what we have available for you later on in the webinar. And in that development, it's a gated community, 24 hours security with a community clubhouse, front gates, and we are doing things a little bit different than everyone else in the area. We are a luxury estate community. We are building concrete roads. We are going to be having all our hydro lines underground. We'll have fancy front gates with beautiful waterfalls and a community clubhouse at the Njoi Trujillo. Closing will be in 5 months from Monday. We have begun the infrastructure there already, and I'll show you pictures a little bit later on. And we do have about 7 clients already that are going to be building their home before closing, and they're going to be building in June. So in a month and a half, 2 months, they're going to be commencing their home construction. So if you come down within the next 2 to 3 months, you will see the homes being built. But in the meantime, you will see the infrastructure as we speak. We are an environmentally friendly company. Very important for us as developers to go into Trujillo and to be very environmentally friendly. You have to have a minimum of 15% green space in the development, and we are planning on having more than that. We are also planning on building in between our palm tree plantation. So if you come down, you're really going to enjoy that palm tree plantation. Then we have the Njoi Santa Fe, which I'm going to be talking to you about tonight. And that's our newest project, which is about 3 kilometers away from the Njoi Trujillo. The Njoi Santa Fe consists of 151 acres. Every single lot out of the 78 that we just released are 100% ocean view. This property is just amazing. We will be a gated community there as well. It'll be 24-hour security. And our architect for both developments, his name is Hugo Coelho. I've had some clients ask me if I'm going to be having the same style in this development as the other development. We are. It's the same architect that will be doing all of the designing, and it is a must to go through our architect so we have control over what's being built and designed. We are looking for a modern contemporary look in our development. So as long as it's modern contemporary, we'll approve it for you. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So if you haven't been to Honduras, we are about 1,000 miles southwest of Miami. So I'm going to go with the arrow. I'm not sure if you can see the arrow there, but we're above the D in that beautiful bay. Across from us, about 32 miles, you'll find Roatan. So let me just fast forward here. There's Roatan, there's Utila, and then we have Guanaja, one of the 3 Bay Islands. All 3 islands are amazing, and if you visit Trujillo and you live there, you can experience those islands anytime you want by hopping on a plane or a ferry ride. Okay, how do you get to Honduras? So, of course, we have people from all over Canada and the States tuning in tonight. But how you get to Honduras, I'm going to be talking, because we're from Toronto. If you fly out of Toronto, it's a 4-hour direct flight with Sunwing. And that's a seasonal charter flight from November all the way to April. It's a 4-hour direct flight to Roatan, the main island. You see, Roatan was developed pretty much the last 7 to 10 years. They have 2 cruise ship terminals and 1 international airport. So you would have to fly into Roatan, or another option is flying into San Pedro Sula, which is to my far left over here on the screen. From San Pedro and Roatan, you have to take a flight out to La Ceiba, or you can take a ferry from Roatan into La Ceiba. That'll cost you $35. A flight would cost you $70. If you want to fly directly into Trujillo, you can. I'll tell you, my own experience in the last, when I was there December to January, I did not drive once into La Ceiba. I flew back and forth from Roatan into Trujillo. A 5-seater plane is $500. So 5 people, $100 a person per way, and you're there in 20 minutes. I would say that's worth it. Okay. If you want to go to La Ceiba, then you're looking at a good 2 hours to 2-hour and 20-minute drive to get to Trujillo. If you want to take the ferry ride, you'll see the islands of Cayos Cochinos, so it is a nice little excursion if you've never done it before. The first time around, we will pick you up. That's part of our tour. We do pick you up in La Ceiba, and we do drive you to and from the airport. And then we bring you to a hotel for 3 nights, 4 days. And I'll get into our package a little bit later on in the seminar. Here's a few other airlines that do fly into Honduras. You have United. And I know United flies out of Houston a lot, so you can fly Houston, Newark, New Jersey. You can fly into Miami to get into Honduras. I was just in Brandon, Manitoba, and from Winnipeg, they would have to fly out to Chicago and then to Houston and then into Honduras, for example. And then we have Sunwing and TACA and Delta. They all fly into Honduras on a weekly basis. Going back to driving for a second, the roads are pretty good. I mean, if you look at this picture over here, this is a road coming from the airport from La Ceiba into Trujillo. Once you do get into Trujillo, the roads become rocky from Trujillo into our area, and they've just been approved to fix these roads by the end of this year. So let's all keep our fingers crossed there. I really like showing this picture here because this is an overall look of the area. That's what I love most about it. We're in a bay, and they say this is where the rainforest meets the sea. So we have the rainforest that expands up to 4,000 feet above sea level, and then we have a 21-kilometer beach in Trujillo. The 2 projects that we have are the Njoi Trujillo, and I'll use my cursor here, which is right about here. And the Njoi Trujillo is a short 6 kilometers away from downtown Trujillo, where you'll find all the amenities. You'll find shops, restaurants, markets, bars, and let me tell you, everything is very fresh, very organic. Seafood is brought daily into the market, so if you like an organic, fresh way of living, this is the place to be in Trujillo, Honduras. And you can live here for a fraction of the price. I mean, you can stay here comfortably for about, I'd say, $500 a month, and you can live in Trujillo comfortably. Then we have the Njoi Santa Fe, which I'm going to use my cursor again. And the Njoi Santa Fe is about 9 kilometers away from the from the downtown core. So just bear with me for a second here. So I want to see if anybody has any questions here. It says, I am not seeing any pictures. Let's see here. Why do I not see the slides? Cannot see whatever maps you are referring to. Okay, thanks for the comments here. Let me see what I can do about that. Screen sharing. Okay, show my screen. Stop showing screen. Okay, let's see. Can somebody just do me one quick favor here and let me know if you can see my screen? I'm just gonna go back over here. Can you see my screen? Enter. And I'm gonna send this there. Does everybody see my screen? So you can't see my screen. Okay, interesting. One quick second, everybody. Okay, we go here, share screen. This is very odd. Show my screen. Paused. Show my on air. Okay, so let me try that again. Showing screen. I think you can see that now. Thank you, everybody. Let me just maybe chat with you again here. One quick second, everybody. Questions? Can you now see the screen now, everybody? Maybe you can type that in for me and let me know if you can see the screen. You still can't see the screen. Okay. So obviously this is something is wrong with our seminar tonight. If everybody can bear with me, let me see what this says here. Okay. Cannot see. How about now? Can anybody see the screen now? Screen. Yes or no? No. Okay. So obviously nobody can see my screen, which I have the screen here. Let me just press this button and then press it again. It's not showing screen. Settings. Very odd that this is not happening here. Bear with me, everybody. Chat. Questions. Okay, I see the screen. Now I can see it. Okay, so now you guys can see the screen. Sorry about that. As mentioned, our very first live webinar, we tested this out all week and everything was fine, but very odd. Okay, so now everybody can see the screen. If everybody can, now we can commence. Okay, so I'm just going to go back then. Let's go back a few slides. Let's go back a few slides here. So there we go. Okay, so this is the map of Trujillo here. And I guess now you guys can see that, right? If somebody can just give me a yes, then I continue. Perfect. Okay, everybody's good. So I'm going to go down here. This is Trujillo. This is Roatan. And there's the two islands of Utila and Guanaja. And there is La Ceiba. So when I was mentioning to you guys before how you can get in there, so from Roatan, you can fly into Trujillo, or you can fly into La Ceiba, or take a ferry across into La Ceiba if you wish. And from, I'm going to go back here. And from La Ceiba, it's a good 2-hour drive, 2 hour and 20 minutes to get into Trujillo. Or, again, best thing to do is just fly from Roatan into Trujillo. Okay, so let's move forward to the next slide. These are some of the airlines that do fly in, as I mentioned. I'm going to keep going here. These are the roads from La Ceiba into Trujillo. So you see the roads are paved, but once you get into Trujillo, the roads are rocky going to our property, as mentioned. This is the overall look of the bay, and I'll just be quick now since you guys heard me, but you couldn't see. But here's Njoi Trujillo, 6 kilometers away from the downtown core, and then the Njoi Santa Fe is 9 kilometers away from the downtown core. And then we have our waterfalls right next door to the Njoi Santa Fe. You can actually walk to these beautiful waterfalls. And then we have the cruise ship terminal that is next to the downtown core. And the good news is we've been here for 7 years, at least my partners have. I've been here for 3 or 4. And we specifically purchased the properties in the bay and far enough, but yet close enough to the downtown core. So our beach is never going to be bombarded with tourists. They have their own beach, actually. They have a 10-acre beach property there, right where the cruise ship terminal is. And they have opened up a 50,000 square foot retail space at the terminal. So if you want to learn more about the cruise ship terminal, it's called the Banana Coast Cruise Ship Terminal. You can also go to Holland America's website, November 19, 2014, at 8 a.m., the first major ship arrives. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving here. Now I'm going to show you guys some pictures of what downtown looks like. And this is what you can get used to. You can see old churches, cobblestone streets, and you'll see a monument of Christopher Columbus because he discovered Trujillo back in 1502. And as a matter of fact, Trujillo was at one time Honduras' capital city. 30,000 people live in Trujillo, and the majority of them are fishermen and farmers. And if you look over here, these are cobblestone streets, and you can find the old church downtown Trujillo. And this is what you can get used to seeing downtown. You'll see markets, you'll see fresh fruits, vegetables, and the seafood brought fresh daily. My favorite there is the lobster and the red snapper. And if you enjoy fishing, this is a great place to visit. I like showing this picture because 100 oranges are only $3. So it's really, really inexpensive to be living in Trujillo. And down below, you'll see a picture of a typical fruit stand. I love this picture here because this is the fortress of Santa Barbara. The fortress of Santa Barbara was left over from the 1500s, from the Spanish conquistadors. And I'm not sure if you can see my cursor here, but our property is way down there. Okay, so we're where those mountains are in the distance, which is really good. And we will take you here to this fortress. This is part of our tour. We love doing tours. We love showing you around so you get a good feel of what Trujillo is really all about. Okay. And by the way, I do want to welcome all of my original and existing clients that have tuned in tonight from the Njoi Trujillo and the Njoi Santa Fe. So thank you for tuning into the live webinar. Here's another picture of the Fortress of Santa Barbara. And this picture here is the main shot of the downtown core. If you look down below, this is a restaurant that has now been completed. And these are all restaurants along the beach. This is a mountain there that's called Mount Calentura. This mountain here spans from 4,000 feet above sea level, and it's an environmentally protected national park. So I do want to mention that. So if you like the environment, which we all do, and if you like hiking, this is the place to be because you'll find toucans, monkeys, parrots, waterfalls. Everything is through these mountains. So if you like hiking, go to Mount Calentura and enjoy your day there. And through the mountains, I'm going to go back actually. Through the mountains, you'll see obviously the live wildlife, but you'll see Mount Capiro there and Mount Calentura. There's two main mountains there in Trujillo. Here's another overall look. This is a Google Earth shot, and you'll see over here, these islands here are called Cayos Cochinos. There's 13 small islands in Cayos Cochinos, and from our property over here, you will see these islands on a clear day. And this is what Cayos Cochinos looks like. Okay, 1 second here. I got a question here from Nicole Nelson. And Nicole says, how often does it rain? Rainy season is from September all the way to the end of December. That is your rainy season. And we're really fortunate in Honduras because we really don't get hit by hurricanes. We've been hit only once in my lifetime, and I'm 41 years old, and that was Hurricane Mitch, 1998, and that's because the hurricane went up into the States, and it came back down, which hurricanes don't normally do that. So we are sheltered, so we're really lucky about that. I have our client here, Liz Albrecht from Calgary. Hi, Liz. She mentions your slides stalled. I'm not sure if they have stalled, but if somebody can give me a thumbs up or let me know if you can see the slide. A yes would be fine if you guys can type that up, please, so I can continue on. Can you guys see the slide of Cayos Cochinos? I'm going to type that in. Can you see the slides? Okay. Let me see here. Yes, okay, thank you very much. So I'm going to continue with the webinar. If you look over here, you can see Cayos Blancos. This is the great thing about Honduras. If you're a diver or if you enjoy snorkeling, Honduras has the second largest barrier reef in the world. And of course, you know where the first one is, right? Australia. Well, this barrier reef is called the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, and it's right in our own backyard, just 4 hours away. And these are our two properties here. This is another Google Earth shot, which I love showing because you can see the white sandy beach coastline here, 21 kilometers to be exact. Here's the Njoi Trujillo, and you see the darker part here. That's phase 1 and phase 2. We have one lot left, which is situated right where my arrow is. And from this point, if you see my arrow, to the beach, it's about a 150-meter walk. And then we have the Njoi Santa Fe. Here's Cayos Blancos, and this is what Cayos Blancos looks like. Okay? Okay, I'd like to say thank you to Jerry Duckman for telling me my mouse is moving. Thanks, guys. You guys are great. Here's Cayos Blancos. This is what you can expect if you guys do come down and visit us. We'll take you to the coral reef. And we also take you here to the world's largest, I'm going to go back one. We take you to the world's largest starfish colony. That's part of our tour as well. And you can find this in the Bay of Trujillo. And these are our clients, Everett, Cindy, Greg, and Angie from Fort McMurray, lot 58 and 59. And when we're really lucky, we can see the dolphins following our boat. Here's some quick snapshots that we took one day from the Bay of Trujillo. This is our client from Whitecourt, Edmonton. This is Tammy with Monkey. We like to show you the monkeys there. And these are our beautiful waterfalls. So these waterfalls are great because they're right next door to the Njoi Santa Fe. Njoi Santa Fe has the waterfalls and has the beach right in front of it. And I do want to talk about that project for a split second here. The Njoi Santa Fe is on a mountain, okay, and it consists of 151 acres, as mentioned previously. If you missed it before, if you've joined us a little later on, and we have released the first 2 phases, 78 lots in total, and phase 2 is now open. We've completely reserved and sold out of the first phase, which started at 85,000 in a matter of 4 weeks. So Honduras is on the rise. Like I said, in 4 weeks, that's pretty good. People are starting to get familiar with Honduras. In Trujillo, they're opening up all kinds of tours and excursions. I like to tell all my clients, if you're going to come down there and you want to open up a business, if you're an entrepreneur, there's tons of businesses to do right now because the cruisers are going to be coming. You can open fishing excursions, you can have zip lining excursions, 4-wheel driving, horseback riding. You can take people to the Cangrejal River, which is located in La Ceiba, and that is world renowned. And I want to mention again, if you have any questions whatsoever, please type in your questions and I'll answer them along the way. I have a question here from our client, Susan Sherlock. Hello, Susan. It says, can you show a picture of the Njoi Santa Fe Phase 2 lots? Yes, I will be doing that very, very shortly. I'm just going to rip through these pictures here, and then I'm going to get to the project itself. And that's me diving in Honduras. And if you enjoy diving, you can also dive in the islands of Utila. Okay, the Utila, you can dive with the whale shark. So that's really fascinating. So if you want to go diving, check out Utila for sure. And if you come down when I'm around, I'll definitely take you diving in Trujillo. I mentioned fishing. Fishing is very prevalent in the bay, and you'll see fishermen all over the bay, and especially in the Guayo Moreto Lagoon, where you see even little kids like 10 years old fishing with a canoe, and they'll be out in the Guayo Moreto Lagoon fishing for clams and fish and so forth. Here's the Guayo Moreto Lagoon itself. We do have natural hot springs in the area, so as you drive into Honduras, there's natural hot springs there. And I'd like to show a few more slides of the islands themselves. This is Roatan. Now, Roatan is very, very popular right now. They have 2 cruise ship terminals in Roatan, and they have an international airport. I do want to mention, wherever you find a cruise ship terminal, you always find an international airport. So we know, and we're pretty confident, that they will be building an international airport in the next 3 to 5 years in Trujillo. It's just a matter of time. Look at the waters in Utila in my next slide. And then you see the island of Guanaja, which is just a special island on its own. And the waters there are just fantastic. If you enjoy the Mayan ruins, you can visit Copan in Honduras. And the Mayan civilization, they were there for over 3,000 years in Copan. But the best thing to do is to stay overnight in San Pedro Sula. You can stay at the Intercontinental Hotel, great steakhouse, great mall across the street, and you can go and visit the ruins of Copan. So I'm going to go through some very quick facts. And again, if you have any questions, fire away. I can read your questions and I'll answer them as we go along. Okay, so here we go. I have another question here. Any language barrier from Terry Wright? Good question, Terry. Yes, and you're right on cue, Terry. Language spoken is Spanish first and foremost in Trujillo on the mainland. And on the islands, it's English first and foremost and then Spanish. But on the mainland, they do speak English. We'll take you downtown. You can speak to the local restaurateurs and the stores, the markets. They do speak English as well. I have a question here from Charles Gallo. Is English spoken within Trujillo? Just answered that question as well. Thank you for the question, gentlemen. Climate, average year-round temperature is about 28 degrees year-round, and that's what I love most about it. And I think that's what drew us into the area of Honduras. I mean, we live in Toronto, and it was a cold, cold winter. And it's not only here. All of Canada, parts of the United States, it was freezing this year, probably one of the worst winters in a long time. And it just makes you wonder if you'd be better off living down south. And that's what we're doing. And hopefully you guys can join us. Now, they are under Central Standard Time. You can stay in the country for 90 days at a time. And what you can do is you can just get your passport stamped and you can stay for an additional 90 days at a time. Okay, and you can just go to the local municipality. Or you can apply for residency, which costs $1,800. You can get the ball rolling at the local Honduran embassy here in Canada in Ottawa. And in the States, I'm not sure where the Honduran embassy is, I'm sorry. But you can get the ball rolling there, pay $700, $800, and then the rest of the money goes towards your lawyer fees in Honduras. And in the meantime, you can actually live in Honduras all year round. I do have a question here from Jerry Dukeman. My wife wanted to know if there are any active volcanoes in Honduras, as in El Salvador. Great question, Jerry. Thank you for the question. And if you guys don't mind asking me when you guys type in your questions, just let me know where you're from. This way, I can mention your city as well. There are no active volcanoes in Honduras. Okay. So thanks for the question, Jerry Dukeman. Charles Gallo, is it humid there? It is not humid there. We get some nice breezes in the bay, especially up in the mountains. We have the water and we have the rainforest. So we do get some nice breezes in the afternoon. And that's where you get a lot of windsurfing in the bay. I have tons of friends there that windsurf from time to time throughout the year. So hopefully you guys can come down and experience that for yourselves. I have been to Belize, and it's definitely not as humid as Belize. Okay. I have another question here from Carol Granger. And let's see here. Sorry, I don't have. Okay. Hi, Gino. Heard the sand fleas are a big issue. Are they prevalent on the Njoi beaches? Very good question, Carol. Thankfully, not. On the islands, they are very prevalent. In Utila, I was at one certain location, and I guess they didn't spray, and they ate me for lunch. Although where I stayed at my friend's diving shop, Utila Keys Diving, they weren't there at all. So I guess it's up to the development to spray. And that particular place that I visited for dinner did not spray at all, and that's where they were. If you're looking at Trujillo, they are there from time to time, especially, of course, when it rains, they will come out. But it is definitely not like the islands, that's for sure, or I would not be able to bear that. I have Jerry Dukeman. He says he's from Red Deer. Okay, thank you very much, Jerry. So moving on. And I'll answer some more of your questions. Lower cost of living, I talked to you guys about that already. Currency. So if you're looking at the currency, you're looking at about 19 to 20 lempiras. That is their currency to $1 American. So that'll get you a beer and some change downtown Trujillo. I'll put it this way. If we take you to a restaurant downtown, you can have 4 lobster tails for only $15. So that's pretty affordable. Bank Atlantida. So if you're looking for a bank, which you're going to need that's downtown Trujillo. And what we say is bring your bank card, your debit card with you, and we'll take you to the bank, and you can just take out money from the bank machine. And they will give you the money out in lempiras, not an American dollar, although they do accept American dollars all over town. I'm going to be, Carol Granger says, yay to the sandflies. No sandflies, yes. I have another question here from Thomas Castro. Is Honduras a complete sovereign nation? Tom Castro from Los Gatos, California. We welcome all our friends from California as well here tonight. So, Tom, to answer your question, it is a sovereign nation, and it is a democratic government. And the president there, his name is Orlando Hernandez, comes from a travel and tourism background, and he wants to increase travel and tourism in the next 4 years of his term. They have 4 years at a time in Honduras. So thank you for the question, Tom Castro. I have another question here from Toronto. This is Charles Gallo. How bad are the mosquitoes? As mentioned previously, the mosquitoes are not as bad as the islands. They are out when it rains, but they're out here too when it rains, here in Toronto, wherever you are. So they're not bad at all on the mainland, thankfully. I'll answer that now. I just want to go back a few slides here. I want to mention that medical care is very, very easily accessible in Honduras, and dental care as well. Other doctors are trained in the United States, or majority of them are, so they do speak English, and a doctor will come to see you for $25. I bring up this experience because it was an experience that we just had recently. One of my clients had a high fever, over 40. This was back in January. We called the clinic after midnight. The doctor came in with his secretary, opened up the clinic for us, gave him an IV, and gave him a full physical with results. In 2 hours, my client came back to Campamento Hotel feeling like $1 million, and that cost him $70. So I was pretty amazed that they gave him his physical results the same night as well. Okay, I'm gonna dental care. If you're looking for dental care, I'm gonna give you another example. A crown would cost $150 to replace, and here in Canada, for example, would be about $1,200. See if I have any more questions. I do. I have a question from our friend Caleb from Kelowna, and I know Caleb has reserved a lot. So hello, Caleb. Nice to finally, I guess, see my face for sure. I can't see you, but Caleb's got a question, and he's going to be coming down in May to view his lot. And his question is, what is the crime like in the major cities? Well, Honduras has a very, very high crime rate. There's no hiding that. But where we are in the safest city in all of Honduras. Trujillo, Honduras, there's only 30,000 fishermen and farmers that live there. And I have to tell everybody that's tuned in tonight, I too was really freaked out about the crime. Because once you read the internet, you get really, really freaked out. The thing is that when you come down and experience this lovely place, you really realize that, and you will end up feeling bad for the people of Honduras because it isn't all like that. So you do have crime pockets in San Pedro Sula, and you have crime pockets in the capital city, which is about 13 hours away. I like to compare Trujillo to Negril, and I say this often to my clients. We go to Negril, we don't go to Kingston, Jamaica, because we just don't. We haven't heard good things, no offense to Kingston, Jamaica, but we don't go to Kingston because we go where the travel and tourism is. And that's the way Trujillo is. 30,000 fishermen and farmers. It's a safe environment. People are friendly, people are warm, and you got to come down to experience it for yourself. And if you don't come down, then you can read the hype and believe that. But I would not be developing in Trujillo, Honduras if it was unsafe. And furthermore, they would not be opening a $40 million Canadian cruise ship terminal in Trujillo and bringing about just this year alone 80,000 passengers into the area of Trujillo if it was unsafe. Okay, I'm going to answer another question here. So once again, if you guys can just mention where you're from with your questions, I just want to give a shout out to you and your city. So we have Mike McLeod here. Can we use our own builder for construction? Well, Mike, you could use your own builder for construction. That won't be a problem at all. But the architectural work and design has to go through our architect, Hugo Coelho, which in the next probably few weeks, I will be having another live webinar, and I want to have our architect, Hugo Coelho, join us so we can have a great night with Hugo Coelho live in person. So yes, you can build yourself if you wish. I'm going to answer another question here from Jerry Dukeman. Better to import a vehicle or perhaps a motorcycle? Red Deer again. Hello, Red Deer, our friends from Red Deer. Yes, you can import a vehicle. It has to be less than 12 years old. And there is a port in the bay. It's called Puerto Castilla. So you can make a deal with Dole Bananas, Dole Plantation. They have a huge plantation, and they go full to Miami, and they usually come back empty. So if you make a deal with Dole, you can bring your goods into Trujillo. I got to tell you that cars and mopeds, everything is a fraction of the price in Honduras, so you might not even want to do that. For example, a moped downtown Trujillo, and we will take you to the store, is only $1,000 brand new. I'll take you to a furniture and appliance store where you can see what the costs are. A bedroom set is only $700 brand new. So I'll take you to all these locations, or our partner Lucia will take you if I'm not there, and we will show you around. Another question here. Let me see here. I have a question from Mike McLeod from Airdrie. Oh, thank you, Mike. You just mentioned where you are. I have Greg from Ohio. Is there a rainy season? Thank you, and hello to Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. We were recently there. Greg, there is a rainy season, and that is from September all the way to the end of December. Next question is Carol Granger. San Pedro Sula has a bad crime rap. Is driving from San Pedro Sula to Trujillo safe during the day? 100% yes. We've done it many, many times. My partner Lucia lives there. She drives all over the country by herself. You really need to come down to experience it. Again, if you read the hype on the internet, they are focusing on one group of individuals, and those are the gangs, and those are in pockets in Tegucigalpa and San Pedro Sula, and not in Trujillo. So when you're driving out of San Pedro Sula, the roads are great, and the scenery is just fantastic. And if you do that, you're really going to enjoy your ride. Next question. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I've answered your question, Carol, about driving, not a problem. Okay, and Carol's from Brampton, Ontario. So I'm going to continue on with the seminar, and then I'm going to answer your questions after this slide, as we do have more questions coming in. Phone fees. Phone fees are only 50 cents for 15 minutes. Okay, so that's going to cost you nothing to call back home to Canada or the States. So the best thing to do is to buy a calling card. Okay, so hopefully your phone is unlocked, and you can buy a calling card, and you can just call home. You can spend all day on the phone. It costs you nothing. Internet will cost you, just like here in Canada and in the States, high-speed internet is about $35 to $40 a month. Flights, they'll cost you anywhere. And I have my friend who went down in November, and he paid $430 to fly from Toronto round trip to Honduras. So anywhere from $400 all the way up to $1,000, I would say, depending on the time of year. Property taxes on an empty lot. Very, very affordable. Here's another reason why I decided to build a home and move to Honduras. Property taxes are only $60. That is it. That's incredible. And that's a year, not even a month. And then we have, when you build your home, property taxes are 0.25% of the value of your property. So you're looking at about $250 to $500 a year. And then we're going to have HOA fees, which will be about $100 per month. And that includes security, which will be 24 hours, and maintenance. Residency I talked to you about. This is a good benefit. If you're over 65, you get 25% off bus tickets, hotel stays, hospital stays, and most importantly, return airfare tickets. So you purchase your return airfare tickets in Honduras, and you save 25% off your tickets. I'm going to go to some more questions here. Terry Wright, how is the internet connectivity in either development? Well, Terry, we just began our infrastructure about 4 weeks ago at the Njoi Trujillo. And Njoi Trujillo closes in 5 months starting from Monday. That would be completely complete. So we don't have any internet at the developments at this present time, but the internet will be up to you to get your own high-speed internet at your home. We'll also have satellite dishes, so you can get Dish Network. And you catch all your baseball, hockey, football, soccer games, gentlemen, so not to worry. Jerry Dukeman, is there a Harley dealerships? I have to say, we must have the biggest Harley-Davidson community in the entire universe. The majority of our clients have Harley-Davidsons. It's incredible. But no, there is no Harley dealership in the area of Trujillo. As a matter of fact, there's no car dealerships or motorcycle dealerships. It's a small store that sells appliances and furniture, and they sell a row of mopeds and motorcycles in that store. Having said that, somebody should open up a car dealership, a Harley dealership, or a car rental agency. Because, you know, nobody's done that yet, and the tourists are coming. Next question by Thomas Castro. Okay. Does Honduras score high in capital preservation and tax avoidance? From Los Gatos. That is a question that you would have to discuss with your accountant. Any tax questions other than property taxes, capital gain taxes, you would have to, capital gains I will be discussing with you this evening, but any questions on capital preservation and tax avoidance, you would have to discuss with your accountants. Liz Albrecht, what is the rainy season like? Does it rain all day, every day, or more periodic? We are in the tropical areas. We're in the Caribbean Sea, and it does rain. When it rains for maybe a day or two at a time, or it can rain periodically. It all depends. I mean, it really all depends. I was there in December and it didn't rain at all, and then all of a sudden in January, the first week, it rained a lot. So again, it all depends on the weather. You really don't know. But September to December, be prepared. That is rainy season. Okay. Okay. So I have a question here from Julie Steckley. Are our funds held in trust? Where and with what bank? So all funds are held in trust here in Canada. The deposits are paid to Njoi Marketing Limited, which is our Canadian marketing company. And then we have two developments down there with two different corporations. One is Costa Verde Developments that owns the Njoi Trujillo. And the second development is Los Sueños that owns the Njoi Santa Fe. All payments will be made to Njoi Marketing Limited, and that will be held in trust with the Royal Bank. I'll answer another question here from Gregory from Ohio. Is the property deeded to us? Yes, and that's the great thing about our property. As a foreigner in Honduras, you're allowed to own 2/3 of an acre by the beach, okay? And the properties are fully titled and registered properties under your name. So these are your properties after closing, which again, in 5 months we're closing the Njoi Trujillo. You'll have 5 years to build your home after closing. That is the time frame. We as developers do not want a bunch of empty lots in our developments. Okay, so you have 5 years, and if you don't build within that time frame, there will be an 8% penalty only on the lot per year. Okay, so we really want to make sure that people are building. On to more pictures. Absolutely. Let's get on to the more pictures. Thank you very much. Here's a picture from the Calgary Herald. We were already in the Calgary Herald a couple of times. Okay, and this is an article that was released back in February, okay, 2014, and I was interviewed by the Canadian Real Estate Wealth magazine, and they put Trujillo, Honduras, #1 place to invest, and you see my name right there, Gino Santa Rosa, and the Njoi Trujillo Beach Residences. So even Canada's Real Estate Wealth magazine has put us #1 place to invest. If you're Canadian, maybe this would be important to you as well. Canada signed a free trade agreement with the government of Honduras back in November 2013. Here's a couple of some businesses doing business in Honduras and benefiting from lower taxes. Let's get into that slide. And I'm going to read this out to you guys. Foreign residents living on their foreign income, including pensions, are not subject to income taxes on their foreign income. Only the income earned in Honduras will be taxed. Income tax rates run from 10 to 25%. In Canada, it's 18 to 43%. And I'm sorry, I don't know what the bracket is in the United States, but that's what it is in Canada. Capital gain tax. So here's the thing. So if you purchase the property under a Honduran corporation, when it's time for you to sell that property, you can actually walk away tax-free because you're just selling your shares and walking away. If you don't open up a corporation and purchase the land under a corporation, then you'll be subjected to a 10% capital gain tax. Okay, so that's their capital gain tax. If you need more answers on that, you can email me anytime. My email address, by the way, is Gino, G-I-N-O, that's G-I-N-O, at NjoyTrujillo.com. Now, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to open up a business, you can also apply for a 10-year tax-free grant, courtesy of the government of Honduras, so that's a great benefit. Here's a picture of the cruise ship terminal. This is what it's going to look like, okay? And I'm just going to go back for a second so you guys can read that slide. And before the cruise ship terminal opens up in a certain area, they do their research, okay? They don't just spend $40 million in the middle of nowhere. They look for a beautiful area with scenic views, great potential for growth, a safe environment, and of course, a lot of cruisers want a new port of call. Here's the Holland America website. If you go there, you can see Banana Coast Trujillo right over here. They're arriving November 19th. This is a panoramic view of the area and what it's going to look like. And this is more pictures from the cruise ship terminal. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I have another question here. Don't forget to mention to the rain question people, it is a rainforest. Laugh out loud. Okay, Jerry Dukeman, thank you very much for saying that. It is a rainforest, yes. I got a question here from Charles Gallo. What is the cost of a home? Charles, I'm going to get to that in very, very soon. I'm going to fly through these slides and I'm going to get to the homes. I'm going to show you what they look like, and then we're going to get into the prices right away. Okay. Nicole Nelson, what about vacation rentals? Can an owner rent out their unit while they are not using it? Do you think there will be a demand for this in Trujillo? Well, Nicole, there will be a demand. Wherever there's a cruise ship terminal, there's lots of demand because chances are people will come back. They'll fall in love with Trujillo like they have all over the world, and they'll come back to either rent your property out, purchase a property themselves, or start a business in this area. So there will be a great rental market. Our going rate for rental market will be around about $1,000 a week. That's what we're going to be charging for our homes as we are close to the beach. We as a company will be taking back 20% for the rental management for that home. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next slide. We had over 500 people attend the inauguration back in June of the terminal. This is what the terminal looks like. As you can see, they've done a really good job. So if you're an entrepreneur, you can help yourself. They are renting out stores right now. Diamonds International has signed on, and duty free. That is myself, my wife, with all our clients. Our partner Paul and Lucia is over there. There's Paul and myself and my wife, and all of our clients. Majority of these clients purchased at the Njoi Trujillo. So those are your neighbors. And what does a cruise ship terminal do? So a cruise ship terminal will bring in tourists, of course. They bring in a lot of money into the area, so the area gets a little richer. They spend their money on tours, sightseeing. So if you have a business like that, you can open that up. You can also open up shops, restaurants, okay? But what does that do for you as a homeowner? As mentioned, that creates economic boom to the area. Chances are people will come back and rent your property out because they'll fall in love with the area or purchase properties there. The property values will increase. The good thing is you've got it in nice and early. In 1995, I'm going to show you some data here. In Roatan, a property was worth $30,000 an acre. Today, that same property is worth $300,000 an acre. That's a huge difference. And the primary driver of growth for that growth, has been the cruise ship industry in Roatan. Same thing's going to happen here in Trujillo. So let's get into what we're offering you. Before I do that, let me answer another question here. I own a corp already. This is from Julie Steckley. Does it have to be a Honduran corporation? To answer your question, yes, it has to be a Honduran corporation that purchased the property in front of a Honduran lawyer. You'll set that all up, and we'll help you guys when you come down. We'll help you set that Honduran corporation up in Trujillo. Okay. All right. So here's another question. This is from Bruce Ballier. So if you guys, once again, if you guys can just mention where you're from so I can say hello to your city, that would be great. His question is, we were in Costa Rica this past February, and we're disappointed as to how dry and brown it was. We expected green and lush. Is this the case in your area? Absolutely not, Bruce. We have such green rainforest, that lushness that surround the bay. If you've ever been to St. Lucia, this is what I compare Trujillo to. It is so green, so lush, all year round. So you're not going to see that 100%. Okay? So thanks for the question. And Bruce is saying he's from Winnipeg. Hello to our friends from Winnipeg. I'm going to let you know now, talk about our project itself. So here's the features for the Santa Fe. Okay? So what we are offering is 1/3 of an acre lots. All the lots have mountain, beach, and rainforest views. So the views are phenomenal here at the Njoi Santa Fe. We have not lost one client that has come down so far, and we've just released this project 4 weeks ago. People have come down and they've purchased their lots right away because the property is just stunning. We will offer you a fully serviced lot with roads, water, and hydro. We are under market value, considering we are giving you concrete roads, hydro underground, waterfall front gates. There'll be a rental program in place. We give you a fully registered entitled lot, and your return on your investment, and I get this figure from Roatan, is 16% return on your investment. Okay? Let's move forward. I'm going to show you some pictures of the property itself. Okay, well, now we have released phase 2. Okay, so we have to take some pictures of phase 2, which is higher than this picture here, because we are on a mountain. And I just want to show you with my cursor, this area here is where the condos will go. Those will only be up to 3 stories. Okay, condos will go down here as well, because that's flat land over here. And they will be 3 stories as well. But getting back to the condos across the street where the beach is, those condos will consist of a pool. You'll have a pool there, community pool, a spa, a gym, restaurant, and a bar. And the same thing goes at the Njoi Trujillo. Phase 3 will consist of condos and all of the above items. I'm going to answer a question over here before I get to the next picture. What is the nightlife like, clubs and such? They have clubs downtown Trujillo. They have bars downtown Trujillo. I was there for Christmas and New Year's with my family, my clients, and we all went out to clubs, and we went to a club on the beach till like 4 or 5 in the morning, and we had a blast. So if you come down, we'll show you around. I have a question here from Tom Castro from Los Gatos, California. Do lots have a septic tank or a sewer system? I was going to get into that, but thank you for the question, Thomas. Yes, it will be septic tank, and the price for a septic tank will be about $3,000 to $5,000 for your septic. And what we're doing with the septic, we're going to be environmentally friendly here, eco-friendly. We're going to actually use the water in phase 3 of the septic system and use that for an irrigation system. Okay, move on with more pictures. Actually, yep, there's that one there. This is our beach, so if you come down, get used to this. This is what I love most about it. I'm probably going down the 8th of May. We have a huge tour in Trujillo, huge group tour in May. Tons and tons of clients coming down. The whole hotel is us, so we encourage you to come down and visit. I'm going to go to the next slide here, and I'm going to show you a video. Hopefully the video plays well on your screen. Let's see what happens. Oh, let me go back here, and let's press play over here. Okay, here we go. So this is the view from our property. This is the Njoi Santa Fe. So as you can see, we got beautiful views here. Okay, so that view can be yours. Even higher than this, we have lots that are up to 300 to 350 feet above sea level. So beautiful views of the whole bay. And this is a bay. This is the end of the bay right here, and that is downtown Trujillo. I do have a question here. This is from Charles Gallo. Gino, should we worry about political corruption in the area? And this question is coming from Toronto, Ontario. So far, so good, I got to tell you. Is there political corruption? I can't tell you if there is in our area. We have very, very good ties with the mayor of Santa Fe, and you are sure to meet him. He is truly loved by the people of Santa Fe and Trujillo. If you do come down, you will get a chance to meet him. He 100% backs our project up, and also the embassy in Ottawa here backs our project up. They all know us as we've been doing a lot of work here in the Honduran region. Our lawyer, actually, our other lawyer, is the vice president, now the ex-vice president of Honduras, his husband. So we have great ties in the government, and this guy here is really, really great. I mean, he went as far one day as saying, I'm not going to come with my wife on her next tour because his wife was coming here to visit us, not us, but the government of Canada. She had a meeting, and he didn't want to come because he didn't want the people of Honduras to think that the Honduran people were paying for his flight. So there's a lot of honest people there in Honduras, and you will see that when you come down, okay? And I thought that was pretty refreshing coming from him, okay? So here's our waters, crystal clear. This is a picture I took in June. This is what the bay looks like, okay? All right. And I have a question here from Jerry Dukman. I reserved lot number 35. Any photos from there? We cannot come down for a little bit. Yeah, Jerry, I do not have any pictures for you, but I will in May for sure. Okay, so send me an email and we'll send you out some pictures. Here is the overall look of the Njoi Santa Fe. So at this point, we have now sold out and reserved all of these lots up to lot 37. And from 38 and up, these lots are now available. So we have some really, really nice lots here. And if you're interested in reserving one of these lots tonight, I'll let you know how you can do that. And I'll let you know that lot 41 and 42 have already been reserved. So those lots are reserved, but the rest of the lots are available for you. Okay, I can come back to that slide later on. Let's go to the next slide. This is what the development's going to look like. These are our front gates. Okay, this is going to be our first model home. And if you've been to our website, I'm sure you've seen this already. Minus the pool. This home is 1,200 square feet. This home will cost you anywhere between $90 to $100 a square foot to build. This home is going to cost you about $110,000 to $120,000 to build, plus your lot. Okay, let's go over here. Now I have a question here from Carol from Brampton. Are the condos ready to purchase or just in the planning stage right now? The condos are not ready for purchase. The deal is here, everybody. Right now we're selling the lots. So for example, we are selling phase 2 lots for $98,000 US. That's for 1/3 of an acre. Okay. Phase 1 lots may come available if a client comes down and they want to move up to phase number 2 for higher views. Then those lots will be available, and those lots started at $85,000 US for 1/3 of an acre. We do have one lot left at the Njoi Trujillo. So if you're in a hurry to start building, lot 48 at the Njoi Trujillo starts at $65,000 US for 1/3 of an acre. And that's it for the Njoi Trujillo. I'll keep going here, but as I was saying, the lots are the deal for you guys right now. The condos are probably going to be $250 and up, and for $250, you can get yourself 1/3 of an acre where you can plant your own palm trees, mango trees, banana trees. So you can do a lot of things with 1/3 of an acre and have a beautiful house on that property. Here's the views. Here's the floor plan, I should say. Okay, this is a 3-bedroom with a rooftop terrace, and I'm just going to keep going through this. Okay, this is the second model home. This is 1,700 square feet. And again, you don't have to go with these models. This is a 3-bedroom. Let me go back here. Okay, this is a 3-bedroom home. Okay, this is a master bedroom. This is bedroom number 2 and bedroom number 3. All open concept over here with covered terrace. Anything that is classified covered is classified $90 to $100 a square foot. Anything that is not covered, it will be about $35 a square foot to build. If you're looking at putting in a pool, you're looking at about $15 to $25. Sorry, don't you wish? $15 to $25,000 to build a pool. This is our model number 3. This is a 4-bedroom. And I'm going to show you our first model here. This is from lot number 6 at the Njoi Trujillo, just to show you what they're building. It's a beautiful home, infinity pool with 2 bedrooms. Okay, there's master bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, dining room, living room, driveway. Okay, I would advise that you build a garage because there's no basements here. Okay, and everything is built with concrete. I'm going to show you some pictures here, and then I'll get back into some questions of what the interiors can look like. So for $90 to $100 a square foot, you're getting granite countertops, and you're getting air conditioning in the majority of the rooms. You're getting high-end finishes. Okay, and Hugo Coelho will work with you, and he's very, very experienced in working with long-distance relationship clients. He does speak English fluently, and if you want to go to his website, please visit Hugo, HUGOCOELLO.com. That's hugocoelho.com, and you can see all of his projects. Just showing you some of his homes that he's built. This is a true infinity pool here. Beautiful, beautiful views. This is something that we're going to have at the Njoi Santa Fe, exactly like this. This is a model home that I particularly like. So this home, for example, would pass in our development. So before I move on, actually, let me go one more picture here. Let me go back to a question here. Which way is the ocean on that Njoi Santa Fe slide? The ocean, let me go back over here. I'm going to just go back here to that slide. And then I'll fast forward here. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, there you go. So the ocean is over here, down below, at the bottom of your screen. These will be the condos right here with our gates, with waterfalls. This is the road all the way in. Okay. And for example, lot 39, lot 40, 38 is available, which is a beautiful lot. All of these lots are great. You take your pick. Any lot here is 100% ocean view. Okay, so hopefully I've answered your question. Okay, I'm just going to fast forward here. And let's go back over here. So, okay, one quick second, everybody. As I've lost my cursor. There you go. Just fast forward here. Okay, so just remember, $90 to $100 a square foot to build, okay? And I will mention that here. One quick second here, so I can just type that in for you guys. So you're looking at $90 to $100 per square foot to build. Send. Okay, so let me move this out of the way, and let's continue with the presentation. Okay, so additional fees. Okay, so you're looking at, when you purchase the lot, you come down there, and I'm going to go through all the price breakdowns later on how the payments are made, but you're looking at a 4.5% closing cost just on your lot. Okay, and then it's $100 a month in HOA fees. I mentioned that earlier. Your architectural fees when it comes time to build and design your home, you're looking at 3 to 5% is Hugo's fees. Depends on all the engineering and depends on your lot. Septic tank, I've talked to you about that already. Landscaping fees, definitely not like here in Canada and the United States. The fees are very, very affordable. You're looking at anywhere between $3,500 to $5,000 for landscaping fees. And I discuss your pool fees are anywhere between $15,000 to $25,000 for your pool fees. So I'm going to go back to the questions here, see if I have any questions. I got a question here from Wayne LeBlanc from Nova Scotia. Hello, Nova Scotia. We got the eastern coast of Canada here on board. We welcome Nova Scotia. Will there be a marina nearby? Good question, Wayne. As a matter of fact, next door to the Njoi Trujillo, they are opening up a marina. Work has been in progress, I would say, since last 4 months at least they started. So there will be a marina very, very close to both properties, and I'm sure we'll all be docking our boats over there. And it's great to have a boat because you have all those islands that you can visit, especially Cayos Cochinos. With a great boat, you probably make it there in a good 40 minutes with a very, very good boat. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So I'm going to talk to you now about, let's say you want to hold and sell your property a few years down the road. Okay, so if you purchase a property at $98,000 US, and we're going to compare it to Roatan at 16% return on your investment, if you sell that property by year number 3, your profit margin is $47,040. That is your increase at 16% return on investment. And again, I get that figure from Roatan's growth in the last 7 to 10 years. So if you sell that property within the next 5 years, your profit is $78,400. By then, the tourists will be coming into the area, the community will be built, and of course, you should be able to get at least that much in 5 years. Only problem with this figure is that you would have to be built. You have to start building within 5 years, okay? At the Njoi Santa Fe, we start building, construction starts there in January or February of 2015. So you'll have a good, that takes about 6 months for us to complete the infrastructure. So you can begin building your home summer of 2015, and you can be in by Christmas, okay? Rental income program, I talked to you guys about that. You get about $1,000 to $1,200 a week right now. And let's just wait for the cruisers to start arriving, and then the rental income should start picking up. I'm going to show you some pictures. Actually, that lot was sold, reserved, I should say, today. I forgot to change the screen, so sorry about that. But lot 48 is the only one left at the Njoi Trujillo. This is the Njoi Trujillo. The beach is this way, to the beach, okay? From this lot, lot 43 to the beach, you're looking at about 150 meters. It's about a 2-minute to 3-minute walk, not even. It's very, very close. These red buildings here are our community clubhouse. That will be built as well. So we'll have a little bar there, restaurant. We'll have our satellite dishes with our games. This is our main entrance with our front gates, and this is lot 48 right over here. So this lot here is facing west. This is north, the top of the screen. The sun sets to the west. So this is a very, very nice lot. If anybody has any questions, let me see. Julie Steckley, does a landscaping fee include a cement driveway and walkways? No, it does not, Julie. So just the landscaping, we're talking trees, your lawn, plants, that would be your $3,000 to $5,000 fee. So when it comes to driveway, that would be additional, and your walkways would be additional as well. Okay, so that is lot 48. If anybody's interested in that lot tonight, it's the last one, $65,000 for a third of an acre. It's a beautiful lot. It's a great lot, and it's in a cul-de-sac area, so there won't be a lot of traffic at all. Okay, moving on. Here's the Njoi Trujillo. This is the construction stage already. We have begun. This is the front gates, and down that ways to the beach. Okay, this is our team. There's Papi, he takes care of our property. That's my partner Lucia. There's Hugo, our architect. This is our engineer. And that is Noel, who was there day one of our construction. Again, fully supports our project. And the people there, they are so excited to have us there because there's going to be a lot of work for the Honduran people. So we are generating a lot of jobs for the local Hondurans. Here's a view of the Njoi Trujillo as well. This is lot 14 and lot 13. So the Njoi Trujillo consists of rolling hills, but lot 48 is on flat land, and it is inside our palm tree plantation. Okay, another shot of downtown Trujillo down over here. Okay, I have a question here by Terry Wright. Will lot 48 have an ocean view? Terry, no, it will not have an ocean view, and that's why it's $65,000. All ocean views right now are going for $98,000 US for a third of an acre. So lot 48 is not reserved. It's first come, first serve here tonight. If you want to hold that lot, just send me your email address and phone number, and we will be in contact with you immediately. Next question. We have reserved lot 57. The clubhouse wasn't there originally. We will be restricting. Will there be restrictions to noise times? Don't mean to be a party pooper. We like to party. So does everybody else in the development. Yes, there will be restrictions for noise times. I mean, there are homes around that community clubhouse, so definitely, so absolutely. Terry in Vancouver. Yeah, Terry, you are from Vancouver. Hello, Vancouver, the West Coast. Okay, thank you very much. Carol says, so far, love it, just asking. All right, so moving on. Here's another picture of our construction, and I want to show you right now, actually, this is a good picture because I can show you lot 48 is right in here, okay? That is lot 48. Okay, so that too is very, very close to the beach. Okay, this lot here just recently got reserved. And actually your lot is in this section here. Lot 57 is in this section over here. Okay, and there's my good friend. This is Ken Carson and his wife Dorothy. They were just recently there. They're probably getting ready to build as well. And we are the only developers in town to have their own water tank. Okay, so that's great news. We have our own water tank. But you will need a water filtration system at your lot, and that will cost you $1,200 for your water filtration system. Okay. Now, the nice part, right? The beach. So this is our beach. We have a really, really nice beach, and you can see nobody's cleaned this beach. This is natural. There are no rocks on this beach, and you can walk in. I'm going to show you here with the arrow. You can walk in all the way down over here, and the water is always warm and calm. In the afternoon, it picks up a little bit. You do get some waves, but not crazy waves. It's always nice, warm, and calm. Oh, perfect. Here's a nice shot of lot 48. So lot 48 is actually right in here. This is 48 here, right in this section here. Okay? So it is a great lot. It's amongst the palm tree plantation, so you can build within the palm tree plantation if you wish. Okay? I'm going to go on to the next slide. So this is how we work. With a $500 reservation fee, you hold on to a lot. Doesn't mean you're purchasing anything with us because you can't possibly purchase without coming down to see for yourselves. We 100% know that. So with 10%, if you do come down, you love your property, you would put 10% down. So that would be 9,800 US in this case if you're purchasing in the second phase, or 6,500 US if you're purchasing lot 48. 30% would be due 30 days later at the Njoi Santa Fe and at the Njoi Trujillo. And the Njoi Trujillo, 60% at this point would be due on closing in 5 months' time, because that is closing first and foremost. And by that time, you're going to see some homes on the property. But back to the Njoi Santa Fe, the following 30% would be due at the start of infrastructure in 2015, and the balance would be due 30% on closing. Okay, so that's how we work. It's 10, 30, 30, 30. Now, if you come down after reserving your property and you don't like your lot after viewing it, we will show you another lot. And if you don't like that lot, I'll show you another one. If you don't like anything, you don't have to purchase. This is not timeshare, okay? So let's see if anybody has any questions. So far, so good. This is Campamento Hotel. So with your $500 reservation here tonight, if you'd like to reserve a property, we give you 3 nights and 4 days accommodations at the hotel. This is what it looks like. It's a family-run hotel. Everything is organic here because they have a farm. They bring out the horses. You can go horseback riding on the beach, and you're not going to be bombarded by tourists, that's for sure. And that's what I think I love most about it. We will pick you up with your deposit at the airport. We'll drop you back off at the airport. We will tour the property. We'll tour the starfish colony. We do take you out by boat. We go snorkeling. We take you to the waterfalls right next door to the Njoi Santa Fe. That's about a 15-minute hike to the waterfalls. We take you all around town anyways, and we show you around. And we take you to some restaurants so we can change it up a little bit instead of eating at Campamento every night. Okay? So that's our tour. And I'll show you some more pictures of what Campamento looks like. Okay? That's the hotel rooms. Everything is ocean view. Okay? They have a huge restaurant, Palapa. Food's great there. Very fresh, very organic. They have a pool table, and that's the view of the hotel itself. Okay, so it's a beautiful place, very, very exotic, very tropical. Come down and visit with us. We're going down in May. And that's the end of the presentation, and I leave you with one question. Where would you rather be? Now, really think about this. Next winter, would you rather be on the beaches of Honduras, or would you rather be back home shoveling snow? I think you know what the answer is. I think you guys should come down, at least give it a shot. Come down, visit us. We will do our very best to show you around. We have tons and tons of referrals for you. As mentioned, the Njoi Trujillo is pretty much sold out at this point for a reason. Okay, I'm going to go to my next slide, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed our very first live webinar. If you'd like to reserve a property here with me tonight, and if you'd like to come down to see the property, please send me an email at Gino, Gino, at NJOITRUJILLO.com. That's Gino at NJOITRujillo.com, or info at NJOITRujillo.com. Visit our website at www.njoitrujillo.com, and then come down. All you got to do is put a reservation down. It's only $500, and that gives you a room. There's 2 beds in the room, so it's between 2 to 4 people. We will pick you up, and we'll do the whole tour thing. And don't get all freaked out because you're not buying anything with us tonight. All you're doing is reserving a lot and coming down to visit us. My next tour starts around May the 8th. I'll be down there myself up to May 20th. I would love to show you around. Our partner Lucia has been doing a lot of great work down there in Honduras. She's there. Our partner Paul will be there, and my wife Christina. So the whole team will be there. Take advantage of it. We're going to have a huge group tour, and we hope to see you guys soon. I'm going to now answer some questions before we sign off. And if you want to reserve a lot, send me your information by email, even in the question box. I don't think anybody can see your questions, only me. You can send me your email address and phone number, and we will contact you immediately. Remember, 1 lot left, lot 48. Take advantage of it. It's only $65,000 US. Now let's get back to the questions here. I have a question from Caleb. I'm coming in a couple of days early. Are we able to stay at the hotel for an extra cost? Yes, actually, the hotels brought their price down another $10 a day. It's only $50 US a day to reserve your room. Okay, so Caleb, if you're planning on coming down extra time, please email my partner Lucia at njoitrujillo.com, and please let her know that. Next question here. Let's see. I'm going to write down my email address for everybody as well. Okay, .com. If you want to email me, my direct number, 1-888-960-6564. Christina's waiting for your calls. If you want to call us, you want to talk directly to Christina, she can help you out with any questions right now. If you want to call, that's the number. I'm going to put that on the screen for you. Okay, I'm going to put our website here on the screen for you as well, .com. I'm going to put also on the screen Hugo Coelho's website, so you can take a look at that. So again, if you want to call me direct on my cell phone, it's 648-2442. I'm turning on the phone right now. My partner's here, Paul, to my left. So you guys can contact me and you guys can reserve a lot. Okay, let me see here. I'm just going to take a look at some more questions. It says, okay, thank you, Susan Sherlock. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thomas Castro, thank you very much for joining us from California. And Charles Gallo has passed off his email. Okay, and we'll be emailing you. Charles, if you don't mind passing me your phone number, we'll contact you directly if you want to reserve lot 48 or any other lot. I will be contacting you right after the seminar. Jerry, thanks for joining us. Have a great night. So that's it for my seminar. Any last minute questions, please fire away. And I am going to thank you for your number, Charles. I have that, and I am going to be giving you a call right after the seminar. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining our very first live webinar, and I will be coming back with more live webinars from every probably 2 weeks. The next one will be with our architect, Hugo Coelho, and possibly with our partners. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for joining in Canada and the United States. Take care. Ciao for now.